recording. And I need Facebook. Where's that? Go live. And we are live, Evan. And we are back. And my computer is so quiet, dude.
Oh, they fixed it.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of loud, and I just thought maybe, I don't know, the humidity or something like that. My fans were like running, and I never really noticed it before. But like the last couple times, right in front of my computer, I got like a, one of those mouses, that wireless mouse that I use. And so when I started doing the show the other day, I noticed how hot that was right there. Well, it's got two fans in it, and one of them burned up.
Is it HP?
Yes. How'd you
Those
know?
things run hot.
Dude.
The computer, everyone I've known to have a HP, they always seem to run hot. They have to have those things they put on their lap with the cooling things. And I've had Dells, and I've had Dells at work. Never had a problem. Never had them get hot,
Yeah, well, there's luckily, but I guess the second fan went out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't allowing it to even kick on. So I would get, like, part of the HP logo would start because it's got like a, dramatic thing when you first start it, like you're watching a movie or something. And then I'm putting this on Facebook. I'm sorry. I don't want people thinking, oh, this dude can't even talk. What a goon. So yeah, it just completely went out, man, and I was like, great. What was funny is I used it Saturday for a little bit, and then I got up Sunday because I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get some news and some stuff I wanted to talk about, and a few stories, and boom, it just would not. The green light would come on, and then it would go to red and start flashing.
Dang.
But yeah, I went and did a little fishing this morning, and when I say this morning, I left my place at 2:50 a.m.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, we were up near Pekin, Illinois.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, we were right in your backyard.
I wouldn't say that, but it's not that far.
Yeah, it's a lot closer to you than it is me.
That's true. Of the air quality, it's kind of been a little hazy around here, and they're talking about air quality alerts again because of the fires. What did you experience?
It was crazy, crazier than hell. It was like an overcast day.
Smell strange or normal, like a normal fire, or nothing?
I don't really smell it. There are people that say they can smell something in the air. I don't smell it. All I know is that it bothered my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, like all day, my eye, being out on that boat and being in it. Now when we were moving, didn't really bother me, but when we were sitting there, and especially this morning. This afternoon, I don't think was as bad. Later on, because I think we finished about 1 or 1:30, something like that. But I don't think it was as bad because there was a little bit of wind. But the morning was horrible. And yeah, my eyes were they weren't really burning. But when your eyes burn and how they kind of water and stuff like that, they're irritated.
Yeah,
that's what I experienced this morning.
Huh.
But like as far as breathing or anything, I really don't. it doesn't really affect me like that. But I know
Yeah.
some people it does. But
No,
yeah,
hell,
it was
I smoke cigarettes, motherfucker.
yeah, if I can handle that.
Okay, I was curious. I kind of stayed inside today, but I walked out and it was a little hazy, but it no real strong smell or
I,
anything like that.
I
But
haven't been able to smell anything.
mm,
Even, not just today, but since it's been going on. And shouldn't they be running out of shit up there to catch on fire? It
I
seems
don't
like this
know.
has been going on for like a month.
Yeah, this is a new one in a different place, supposedly.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, from what
Oh,
I know.
okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I, I don't know. I'm just not kind of in the news loop like I used to be. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good for you, but I just know there's some air quality alerts. I was just curious what it was like for you today.
Yeah. I mean, we went out and uh, we were fishing for these. They call them blues. They're blue catfish, and I mean, I saw some pictures of some like I don't know how big they were, but there's like 40, 50 pounders in there
Indeed, really?
in this little lake. And this lake is not big at all. And so we're out on the boat and I actually reeled in um three decent channel cat. I mean, one of them was like I was kind of impressed, and it just got thrown back in the water because it that was the bait we were gonna use. I mean, that's what we did was went and we caught we netted three big ass carp and cut them up and was using chunks of it for bait.
Oh,
Yeah, so we did not get into any blues. But I caught a few, so I wasn't, it wasn't a disappointing fishing trip. Plus something about being on the water and shit with a couple buddies, it's good for the soul.
true.
So, but yeah, it was. I didn't think it was bad. I wish I would have took because like the fishing gear that I use, completely worthless with these fish. It would have snapped every pole I had. They would have took all my tackle. They'd have came up and mugged me if I would have tried to catch one of those blues on my little, bass rod.
So you were fishing with rope.
Yeah, pretty much, man. These poles were they were awesome. It almost I put a video if you're friends with me on Facebook. You can actually I don't know if you can zoom in on videos or not, but you can see a couple of those fishing poles and how big it almost reminded you. I mean, they're not quite as big, I know, but it kind of gave you the vibe of like deep sea fishing. Because you're sitting there and these rods are in a holder, and
Yeah.
I guess when they hit, the tip of the rod will damn near touch the water. So these are some big boys that we were going for. They weren't ready yet. They weren't ready quite yet, so hopefully head back up there in a few weeks, and hopefully I get invited again. I felt like I'm going to admit something, and this is not hard. I mean, this is very hard for me to do, to admit my faults. But one thing I am not very good at is those bait cast reels. And if you're not familiar, it's where the spool is open and lays sideways. And so the line comes up and it goes through the pole and everything. Well, you undo the reel. You got to put your thumb on it for tension, and then you throw it out. But you got to hit your thumb at the same time. Oh, it's a pain in the ass, bro. So he's got these nice ass rigs, and I'm like, He's like, "Are you familiar with these?" And I was like, "Nope." I said, "I'm not even gonna lie." I said, "I bought one to practice with, and I've had to restring that some bitch 7 times, and it has never caught a fish. I don't think it's been 4 foot out from the shore."
Hmm.
But
Interesting.
yeah, so I kind of felt like a kid, man. I got my, he baited my hook, threw it out for me. All I had to do was reel it in. I didn't even get, I didn't even get fish smell on my hand because, well, I'm used to the fishing poles where you just kind of, you can lift them up and catch, hook, just, thumb the fish in the mouth. And yeah, you can't with these. So
Thumb the fish in the mouth.
yeah, when you pick them up, you lip them.
Okay.
You've seen how I like hold my bass and crappie and stuff like that. You just put your thumb right in the lip and you hold them up and take the picture, and then
Oh,
you
gotcha.
usually get thrown back.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I don't keep much, fish and everything. I'm more of a sportsman fisher. You know what I mean? I don't keep. I know some guys, they keep everything. Oh,
No, not for the work it takes to clean them and everything.
no,
For what you get out of it, it's no. I would do it just for fun.
now look,
Whenever I have, but it's been a long, long time.
yeah, when yeah, I tell you what, I think that nice catfish you caught, that one of mine was almost double that size.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I mean, there's some big fish in that lake that we just couldn't get on them. So
Oh yeah, that's some stuff that'll yank your ass out of a boat.
yeah, that's what we were shooting for. I think they were really hoping that one would pull me out of the boat. But now this is a lake that, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to give shit away, but it does sit on a power plant. So that water this morning was like bath water.
Like in Pekin, really? Okay,
Yeah.
because I've been in Clinton Lake and I know exactly what you're talking about. Where it's warm. It's like it's not refreshing to cool you down in the
Oh
summer.
no,
It's
no, you could not have cooled down in this water. In fact, you would have jumped in the water to warm up this morning. Because it would
wow.
have been if that lake would have been probably like 70s, in the 70s, it would have been real chilly this morning.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's what you felt the heat of, was the water. That was, I was like, damn. But yeah.
Weird.
So you had anything? Did you do anything this weekend, or just kind of took it easy?
Just pretty much took it easy. I just got done watching. Man, I think it's on HBO Max. I know that's not popular, but are you familiar with Robert Durst?
Robert
The the
Durst.
the Durst family, it was big real estate, like high rise building developing, like huge, okay? And he was like heir of this family, him and his brother. His brother eventually took it over and still going. But this guy, one, he killed his wife. He hid that. He was kind of like not on the run for some years, but just kind of hanging really low. And he killed this other guy, and then he killed this chick that was his best friend. But this guy just hiding it the whole time, and how he got away with it. Fascinating documentary, really.
Huh.
So that's all I've been up to lately.
Watching some TV. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's
And then I had to look it up, and then I was like, I remember bits in the headline and bits on talk shows about it, but I think he died 2017 in prison. So, oh shit, I don't want to ruin it.
no. I mean, I think
But
most people
like I
that
said, how this guy got away with it, and just being a money guy, he never had to work his whole life. He was just insanely rich. I mean, when he finally got caught for killing this guy and dismembering him, the guy's like, your bail's at 250, thousand. He's like, you got 250,000 on it, and the guy goes, not on me.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, I made bail and I go on my way. But he just had it crazy life. But the guy was a complete psychopath.
Yeah, a lot of them, well, I don't know. I was thinking the dude, uh, what was his name that killed his girlfriend or something? That was the actor. Wasn't his name something like that? That played like Beretta or something like that?
Oh, Robert Blake, yeah,
Blake. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know who I was thinking about. I might have to check that one out because I love them crime story documentaries. That's my cup of tea right there.
Well, it's more interest. Some of these are more interesting and real than any. I don't know, Hollywood. We watched this movie. It was got a whole bunch of like stars on, whatever. Three three billboards on something in Missouri, whatever. And it had Woody Harrelson there. Had a good cast. Had that woman that was in Fargo, that cop.
Uh huh.
This movie, I mean, we're watching the whole thing. She didn't finish it. All the whole way through, we're like, this is horrible. This is
Yeah.
horrible. This is
Yeah.
absolutely so unreal. This is an original movie for Hollywood for once, but this is so unreal and stupid. And like none of this would happen. This was not happen. This was not happen. It was horrible. It's just I fucking hate Hollywood. Every time I try it again, it's like I get burnt.
Yeah. I'm not, and that's why I can't do it. Um, there's a couple movies where the endings, were just so horrible. It was like, nah, y'all wasted enough of my time.
Hmm.
So I'm that guy. I'll watch documentaries about everything, not just crime and everything like that, but I love like history stuff and, you know, which
Hmm.
a lot
Me
of the
too.
a lot of the history stuff, it's kind of fiction too. It's kind of Hollywood. Cuz there's not
Everything kind of gets skewed.
yeah,
You never really get the real truth in anything ever.
no. And man, it was like a headline I read a couple weeks ago. It was around, I don't know, is when we had that real hot streak when it was in the 90s and everything. And the headline said, last week, scientists say last week may have been the hottest in 100,000 years. There is no way to prove that story or that headline accurate. No way.
Yeah, I agree.
And to run with it, I'm kind of like, that seems like, I don't know, it just seems weird. I was like,
Well, I
oh,
told you. I told you this is the year of climate. They're starting to
yeah.
crank up the climate stuff, and so you're going to get stuff like this. I remember last year though, in the UK, they had a really hot summer, and they were like, "Oh, this is the hottest ever." And then I saw someone posted from like 5 years previous to that. It was like a couple degrees hotter all across the board, but nobody was freaking out. But now everything is at an alarming rate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, and one thing that I have kind of been reading on is scientists are saying now that the Earth's core has stopped spinning.
The core has stopped spinning.
Yeah. And they don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
I don't know if it's, you know,
I don't think we even know or have really any idea.
yeah, I mean, we can take readings and do all this, but I mean, do we really know what it's supposed to be doing? Maybe it wasn't supposed to be spinning to begin with, or maybe this is when, everything, the big reset.
No, wait a minute. Like back in, I'm going back to grade school. Wasn't the center of the Earth like molten iron? Is that what they
Yeah,
told us
yeah,
back then? You had the crust, the
magma.
mantle, the core. And
Right. This is the inner core, and it says may have stopped turning. and
And
could
how's this
go
going to affect us?
and,
Not.
and could go into reverse.
Oh no.
Uh,
Well, interesting.
well, you know what that would probably do? Flip our poles. And if that happens,
All our compasses are going to be backwards.
yeah. Well, if the Earth stopped spinning, the water wouldn't. The water would still be moving. So, I mean, and a lot of people are arguing, well, this is, maybe the Earth does this on its own, and maybe that's where the Great Floods came from. Because, there's places like in the Grand Canyons and stuff where there's watermarks, where there shouldn't be watermarks. We have found salt uh, deposits and places salt deposits shouldn't be, because all your salt comes from, the ocean. So you're finding salt deposits on top of mountains and shit like that. So, man, it's kind of freaky. I hope I'm not alive for it.
No, I hope I am.
Yeah, really?
I don't, it'd be something interesting. I mean, what am I going to live another 20, 30 years and die out? And it's like, okay, I never got to see what the final conclusion was. It's like, this can't go on forever. We can't keep populating and populating this earth and trashing it forever.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can, but I just keep thinking, and the powers that be run the show. Did you see recently Kamala Harris? She was making some statement, and she's like, "And in the future, as we do this and we reduce this and reduce the population," and it's like, what? Wait, what did she just say?
Yeah.
The people running the show, they're watching and they're like, this can't go on forever. So I don't know. Is there going to be a big boom, or are we going to control ourselves? Something interesting's got to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't know though.
But a final catastrophe would almost be kind of interesting to, like, well, we rode out, we got to see the end, and hopefully in a couple thousand years, a couple million years,
But
life form will come back to this earth with its, healed.
here's the thing. If you survived that, okay, you're talking about nothing. We're going to have to cancel the podcast. Nothing's going to, you're talking no electricity, no clean running water. You're going to have these factories that are sitting with all these chemicals that need cooled. You're going to have nuclear reactors that are, it's going to be devastating.
What you're describing is like post-apocalyptic.
Yes.
I'm talking about like a total wipeout.
Yeah, that's what it would be like. And
talking about like everything flooded, or everything, if you like, okay, like you say, the earth stops moving, but our oceans are keep moving at, and what they say, our surface speed is like 700 miles an hour.
yeah, so
so the oceans just rinse the land off and wash away all those factories and towers, and
but
that's what I think would be.
How long do you think you would survive in a post-apocalyptic world?
Man, that's always interesting, because I started watching The Walking Dead, and I thought about that. When, years ago, when I'm like, okay, if everything went crazy, and there's no law, what would it be like? And watching probably the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead is probably the most realistic of how things would be. People would band together, people would have guns, you didn't trust anybody, anybody could try to jack you at any second, and man, that's not a way to live. I really wouldn't want to be a part of that.
No,
I go out before that, in a way. It's like, that doesn't sound like fun.
I think you got to go back
fighting for everything.
Right. I think you got to go back and watch like the second Mad Max. I think that's exactly what it would be like. You would have tribes of people again,
hoarding gasoline and resources.
Yeah. Because you're going to try to get back to your normal life. Well, that'll be your instinct, is to, okay, I got to find fuel. Because I mean, there will be a few vehicles running, but the first thing I would do is get as far away from any big city, and hopefully, you can get in some woods, around some water and stuff like that. That's going to be your best bet for survival.
Yeah, I feel bad that I'm not a prepper, and I worked with a prepper, and I was amazed at how he was telling me how he had a house set up, water containment, food storage, and all that stuff. But I think from watching The Walking Dead, you see how some people get used, and some people get wasted, and I think I would be a good resource. I think people would take care of me because I can weld it. I have basic, mechanical skills. Because I
Right.
watched The Walking Dead, I'm like, man, I'd have me a diesel truck running. You can make biodiesel. Diesel's stable for a long time, and as long as you got batteries or get something running, runs forever. I'm like, man, I would have me a big crew cab diesel with weld a big V plow on the front end, and I wouldn't care about the walkers. You know what I mean?
The,
I mean, like,
Evan,
I thought about some
it's not
stuff.
going to be a zombie apocalypse.
Well, you never know. But all I'm just saying is, I could be resourceful. People be like, "Hey, man, that dude take care of him because
So
he
you
knows how
think
to
so you think
feed his ass because he knows how to fix your stuff." Kind of like when I lived across the street from you. You know what I mean?
right, right. Because there ain't going to be, if you're a lazy motherfucker, you're out of the camp. You
Right.
you ain't
Yeah.
just going to be eating all the squirrels and mice and everything else we're going to have to eat until we find cattle and start breeding them and
Man, I want
it,
to do my stuff, not farm and try to just survive every day.
I don't
To go back to Little House in the Prairie days.
that's what it'd be like too. That's what it would be like.
Wow.
Uh you want to hit a what time is it? Oh,
27 after.
okay. Let's hit a little news real quick. This is weird and wacky news from around the world. I really need to get a board so we can have some sound effects. Remember that viral picture of the blue black dress photo? Is it blue? Is it
Mm-hmm.
black? And well, that dude that made that meme or whatever is accused of trying to kill his wife, Evan.
We should have seen it coming. What a psycho.
Oh man, that, that's all of the story. Well, he's in jail for domestic abuse, and attempted murder. Well, that's a horrible story. It
Wow.
gives you the headline. Aussie McDonald's customer shocks staff at drive-through.
Shocks him literally.
Uh,
Tases him. Tase him through the window.
no, this lady, she pulls up on a horse, Evan.
That's not shocking.
No, not really. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean,
I used to go to Easter, and I used to have to pass horses and buggies on 121. Going around Amish land, Arthur, and all that.
oh yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know. You're kind of being a pain in the ass, honestly. If that's your only means of transportation, tie it up. Although they really don't have the horse hitch posts anymore outside places.
Not so much.
China mandates the AI must follow core values of socialism.
No kidding.
Are
Big
you
surprise there.
are you worried about this AI thing at all?
Yeah.
I am too.
Man, everything is becoming not a blur, but it's really weird. One, you see bots on like Facebook. I've seen, you know, multiple paragraphs by different people, and they're all identical. And a lot of I'm a moderator on a page, and you got to sit there and approve or disapprove. And a lot of these pictures are like cars and things. You can't tell.
Right.
The graphics, even stuff on a course video of two cars on a course, it's from video games and stuff, or it's just anime, and it's like, no, this isn't what we're all about, But it's amazing that anything can be fooled a video of your president or anything and fed to you, and you can't tell anymore, and it's very scary.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't like that it has to be programmed.
No, it's
So,
running the show, and especially like your stocks now. You know how everybody's bitching everything is all BlackRock and Vanguard.
mm-hmm.
It's what is now. It's a computer program that's running all the stock market. That's picking the stocks and constantly measuring and buying and selling, and it's so much faster. You can't compete with it. It's scary. Yeah, I don't like it.
Now,
So
Evan,
yeah, you know me. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk, and I don't want to sound conspiracy and all, but this is a dude that's talked about putting a chip in your head. So you didn't hear it from me, but be careful.
well, great. There goes our fucking sponsorship with Tesla.
Oh, damn it.
I
I
was
could use a
hoping it.
new car too. Man, I was hoping they'd set me up with one of their glorified golf carts. Shit. I'm always screwing things up.
I know, Evan. This one's from Florida. Truck hauling watermelon spills on I-95 in Florida.
Awesome.
I bet you that was watermelons can be kind of sticky.
Oh, yeah.
So I bet you that wasn't
And
fun.
the seeds.
Oh, removing
Slick.
all that. Now they're gonna have watermelons growing on the side of the. That'd be cool though. That'd be another reason to go down to Florida. Dude, you just stop and eat a watermelon right on the side of the highway.
I got them growing in my backyard, but okay.
Uh,
Well, hopefully will. Yeah, we got some growing. Yeah.
uh, Evan, this
Mhm.
this lady was arrested for making over 2,700 false emergency calls to the local police department.
She should be arrested.
Evan, for $1, this is going to be a tough one. Why? I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with anybody, no animal, nothing. Has nothing to do with any crime. So why did she call?
She was lonely.
Oh, Evan, $1. Congrats. Nice. I didn't think that you were going to. I thought
I'm
maybe
like,
that'd be.
okay, this is internal. It's not a neighbor. It's not a neighbor's garbage can. It's not noise. Somebody's radio or somebody, whatever. Um, So I'm like, okay, this woman just wants somebody to talk to. She's lonely. Yeah,
Um,
she should be arrested. She's got a problem.
She was arrested on Thursday for making 2,761 unnecessary emergency calls over a period of 2 years and 9 months. An unemployed resident, yeah, she is reportedly making emergency calls from her home and neighborhood payphones. Who the fuck still has neighborhood payphones?
Really, I was thinking about that watching that documentary because the guy would make calls from payphones and like that's what people did, or collect calls and like I haven't seen a payphone. I don't think forever.
Do you think you could guess her age, Evan? If you nail this, if you nail it, I'll throw $5 on your $1 you just won. I'll tell you, and I'll give you.
She's 37 and
No,
she's got
I
5 cats.
51. So you
Oh,
shouldn't.
dang.
You should know better. Hey, these guys at 911. Not only do they take the time to talk to me, they send people over to make sure I'm okay.
What a great country.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's for emergency only.
Why do, no, I don't want to create an account. See, I hate some of these stories because I'm not going to create an account
Oh,
to read your
y-
story. Damn it. I want to see
it's
if I.
like clickbait.
Yeah. Uh, see if I can't find it. Uh, New York, uh, the guy that takes care of, I guess not all the animals, but whatever, because they got a rat czar. Remember that?
Yeah.
But they also have a bird problem in New York. So they took strips of sharp metal pins and other scrap wire. But now the birds have stole them to make their nest. So now they can't remove the nest without getting pricked by these big spikes they put up to keep the birds away.
Nice job.
Hell yeah. I love to see animals win.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, it's their shit.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, do they shit on our cars because they're tired? Like, the birds are tired of all this our pollution, and it's like, I'll get you back. I'm breathing the air coming out of your tailpipe. You're gonna pay for it, and they shit on your car.
I don't know what this is. Hold on.
I don't think so.
This headline: Pile of snow lives on in Minnesota despite summer heat.
Some parking lot snow that won't go away.
A 2 foot pile of snow that originated from crews clearing taxiways, runways, and other facilities during the snowy season still sits on the airport grounds more than 80 days after the region's last snowfall.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Man, have you ever seen those things that clear the runways?
Like
Of the,
their jets where they suck it all in and
and, and,
condense it.
and it throws it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you got to go watch them clear a runway. Especially if it's like a lot of snow. You know, so places like Minneapolis and stuff like that that see, feet of snow during the. But yeah, I'm like,
Hmm.
boy. So yeah, if you still want to build, it's not very appealing, though, Evan. It's all brown. I'll see if I hold on. I gotta show you this.
I'm sure it's not fresh and white.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know who's trying to call me, but see if I can't put this on real quick. There we go. Yeah, you can't even tell it's really snow. But yeah, so the snow would be like,
Yeah, that looks like parking lot snow. Yeah,
yeah.
nasty.
So there you go. If you still feel the need to make a snow angel, head up to
Or you want a brown,
Minneapolis this week.
or you just want a brown slushy.
Yeah, there you go.
What flavor slushy is that?
Oh.
Tailpipe.
Strong winds scatter marijuana near Highway 101 in Northern California after cargo van catches on fire.
This sounds like the Cheech and Chong's movie with the van made of compressed dope catches on fire.
Was that Up in Smoke?
I believe so. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
Damn, was that not classic?
Yeah. You should you should go and watch a Cheech and Chong movie sometime this week, folks.
Yeah,
That is
everyone
our
should.
advice
If
to
you've
you.
never watched one, especially.
Now we've all heard that cocaine was found in the White House.
Yeah.
Um, now This is from 3 days ago. Marijuana found in White House on 2 separate occasions.
Snoop probably left it there.
Man, they're partying up in there.
Well, you know what? It's legal in D.C. and as far as the coke, this was found in an area where like staff, like press and people, like I don't know. It's so unnewsy. It's just yeah. Sorry, but anyway. So yeah, they found some weed now, but weed is legal in D.C. Right?
Yeah, but probably not at the White House.
Why not?
Well, because I
It's
mean,
medical.
yeah, but and I'm not say I don't even want to
I
say
need to
that.
be high to deal with this government. This is medical.
Yeah, you're right there. Uh, this is in Santa Cruz, California. An otter is hassling surfers and stealing their boards.
Oh, I did see video of one. Yeah,
So
took his board over. I'd be like, climb on, man.
yeah, here we got a picture of him, Evan. He's badass. He's hanging 10 or whatever. And I wish this. We really need to step up our game so we can afford to hire a producer. But anyway, there's Otter. He is stealing
Oh, yeah.
surfboards, and man, that thing's moving too. Look, it's got a wake.
Yeah.
So it's
that's
not
just
like
evolution.
he's not just sitting
Animals.
there.
Yeah. Animals are smarter than we think. It's just evolution. Eventually, they're going to take our surfboards and go surfing. Shit's bound to happen.
Oh my
Look how
goodness.
smart some of these dogs are, and these dolphins are more intelligent than we are. They have their own language and dialects, and.
Yeah. Japanese steakhouse in Florida closes after meth found in their soy sauce. What do they call that? Crack rice or something like that. I saw a video for something the other
What?
day that I don't
What?
think that's what they meant.
No. What a way to bait people in, like, Coca-Cola having cocaine in it in the very
Yeah.
beginning. It's like, man, I don't know why I crave Chinese food every fucking day.
Oh, you're sitting
But I
there like
do.
itching your arms and shit, like the old crackheads used to be. Hey,
Hmm.
hey, let's go get some Chinese.
You got any Chinese food on you?
Come on, man, I suck yo. No, no. Come on, man. Tell me you got that crab rangoon.
Yeah, one egg roll, just one egg roll.
After a half a century, Israel moves to evict squatter from his cave home on the beach.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, you've let him stay a half a century.
Yeah. Now
50
he feels like
freaking years.
Yeah, now he feels like he just belongs there.
He does belong there.
Yeah, he's been there that long. Let him live it out.
There was a guy.
World's insane.
There was a guy that, I don't know where this is, Habra. So wherever that is, there was 2 guys running for a special election for the town, and it was too close for one of the gentlemen who went over and swallowed 4 of the paper ballots that had his opponent's name on them.
That's dirty.
Uh,
Does that disqualify you or what?
I don't know. They said he won by 4 votes, so maybe that's
Is
what
this
you
the
got.
guy you want or not? It's like, hey, he'll go to any length. It's like,
Uh, where was this one at? Oh, we got a couple Burger King stories for you Burger King fans out there. Thief steals Burger King's bathroom pipes in Nebraska.
Really? For scrap?
It doesn't say. It just says the pipes were all stolen. Maybe he wanted to redo his bathroom.
Maybe the community is dried up of catalytic converters.
Says a toilet paper thief escalated and stole the pipes behind the toilet.
Man, somebody stole the copper pipes out of the air conditioner at our church one year. Man,
I do.
That cost us. It was like $12,000.
I remember
2
that.
Units put in and horrible. The cost that some assholes can do.
Oh wow, this might be the same people. They're also in another case. Officers are looking for the owners of possibly the same red pickup involved in a theft from a bar. Now listen to this. On December 27th of last year, the truck was seen driving off with the wall panels of a walk-in cooler.
Just yank the wall right on out.
Police estimate this case was a loss around $45,000. Oh,
Red truck. Was it a Ford crew cab?
It might have been shiny. Then on January 17th, the same two people driving a different truck showed up at the bar and stole the replacement cooler, which was being assembled outside. Hey, just find out who's got like the coldest ice cream in the hood. They got your cooler.
Wow. That's nuts.
And then I didn't know if you saw this. Burger King in Thailand introduces the real cheeseburger. It's 20 slices of cheese and no meat.
That's a grilled cheese. Or if you're from Decatur, a cheese toasty. A really cheesy one.
I don't.
A really, really cheesy one. You got a pic of this bad boy of cheesiness? That's so much cheese, it's got to be like leaning over.
Oh my God. So, as y'all know, I walked away from the garbage career at the beginning of the year. I was a garbage man for 17 years, and then a corporation bought the small company I worked for, and I'm not a corporate kind of guy. I don't do well with a lot of laws and everything. I want to be left alone. I understand your safety issues. I don't have to wear a hard hat when I'm at the, it's just stupid shit I don't like doing, Call me that grumpy old man. But this guy had it too, Evan. Portland, Oregon, a garbage man having a bad day, man. It was 4:30. His truck wasn't acting right, so he just pulls it on the side of the highway on a bridge, hits the flashers, and walks away.
Just left it.
Left it. Took the keys, everything. So, and you got to have a special truck to haul a garbage truck. Because empty, and that looks like a front load, so empty, I bet you that, I think those front loads are around 40, 30, high 30s tons empty. So you're not talking about, just hook up and go.
Right. It takes one of those big rig ones.
But yeah, he was like, I ain't doing this shit no more. Have you ever walked off a job like that?
No, no, but I always wondered, like a little garbage service. Now it's all big corporations, but like if you don't have a backup truck and when something happens, you
You're
can get behind and
yeah,
you can be just playing forever catch up.
yeah, yeah.
I
Oh,
don't believe
there
I've ever quit a job like just walked out. No.
yeah.
I got to think though. I've had a lot of jobs.
I never had until the last job that I had. I did walk out of that one. And before we get to the dumb criminal of the day, the hog population exploding in Louisiana. Good, man. Maybe pork will drop a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold on. I lost it. Damn it. I lost that story, Evan. Damn.
Yeah, but how could this be a bad thing? Sounds
Oh,
like a good deal.
yeah. There's this one right here. Um, Police rushed to a home to reports of screaming woman, only to find a parrot was the culprit.
Cool.
Some of them fucking things are just too loud.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't want to like live next door to somebody with a loud ass parrot like that.
No, that could get annoying listening to that all day or working in a pet store.
All right, Evan. That's the end of your strange and wacky news. Pretty good one today. And we ended every week with Dave Moreland's Bozo Criminal of the Day. And this one comes from Michigan, where police were on a routine patrol through an apartment complex when they came upon some bozo activity, Evan. They observed a Mercedes SUV in the parking lot with the headlights and the interior lights on. One bozo remained inside the vehicle while bozo number 2 appeared to be frantically searching for something on the ground. Further investigation revealed that the large amount of pills had spilled onto the pavement and our bozo was trying to scoop them up. A check of the bozo's backpack found $2,000 in cash wrapped in a rubber band and Xanax, Adderall, and other opiates.
Busted.
And a large amount of cash in the driver's side door and a white powdery substance on the seat.
Busted.
Yes.
Adderall and shit like that, I guess that's a pretty hot commodity.
Really?
Yeah, I guess college students and stuff wanted to, stay up all night cramming and things. I guess it's yeah. Adderall, it's kind of your
E-
Ritalin kind of in that range.
Evan,
Concerta.
we got another one. This one's called Taste the Rainbow. Evan, this one comes from Minnesota, where the cops were called to a report of a disturbance at a restaurant. Upon arrival, the officers found our distraught victim who was suffering from a stinging pain in her back as a result of the assault. So perhaps she'd been hit with an object, maybe a baseball bat. Nope. This guy had come in with a big, large bag of Skittles and just started throwing them at employees and customers.
So she got hit in the back with a bag of Skittles, not an individual
No,
Skittle.
it was he was taking handful of Skittles and just throwing them.
How hard can you throw where a Skittle would sting?
She
I can't imagine.
she apparently she was the only person injured in the attack.
Yeah, I could see like, oh, he hit me in the eye, and it like hurt for a second. But
So,
I mean, I just can't imagine.
so do you know how they tracked this guy down, Evan? The large tattoo of the wolf on his face.
He had a tattoo of a wolf on his face. No one would ever recognize you.
Don't do that. Especially, look, if you're going to be a criminal, don't tattoo your face. That is
Just
like
don't do it, period. And not in your neck. Let's throw that neck in there, your neck and your face. Don't. Just don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you,
That
bro.
that sorry to any listeners, but that's just don't.
I'll never
Sorry.
forget the worst one ever seen. And it wasn't actually a bad tattoo if it would have been on her arm or something like that. But this chick had bitch written across her neck, big as fuck. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at her, and she was complaining about not being able to find a job. And I was like, no shit. Maybe because when you go in for the interview, you already tell them, hey, guess what? This chick's a bitch. How can I tell? Because she tattooed it on her fucking self.
I am shocked to see you being a victim of your own decisions, you know. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, absolutely. Like you seal your fate. Yeah, just no. You know what made you decide this is a good idea? I want this on me for the rest of my life. You know, just what? I always wonder when people get some of the dumbest tattoos and in places. When did you decide this was a good idea? And why?
We're going to do a list real quick, but I clicked on this one. And I'm not reading that whole story, so I'm going to see if they have a list. Yep. We're want to do a list of the top 10 worst behaved dogs.
I can't offer much input, so that should go pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, I don't know either. It just popped up because I know we've been trying to throw a list in there, so we'll end our show with a list.
All right.
Number 1, a Labrador.
Labs are pretty.
Some
in
of
their first year or two till they calm down.
Yeah. Number 2, a Jack Russell Terrier. Number 3, a Cocker Spaniel.
There's some dumbass Cocker Spaniels.
Yeah. Remember that that one chick I was with had a no, I didn't know you back then. Never mind. I keep thinking we've been friends like since.
It's been a long time.
I know. Number 4, I do not agree with this. Staffordshire Bull Terrier. That's what Jake is.
Yeah.
5, Border Collie. I don't know about that. Collies are pretty reserved. And the Border Collie is a little different. I think they're almost like the Labs. I think the first couple years they got all that energy and act like they ate Chinese food at the meth place. Number 6, a Golden Retriever.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing.
Number
Those that are
7.
young.
Number 7 says Labrador Retriever. Isn't that the same thing as a Labrador? I don't know.
I'm not an expert on that one.
Number 8, a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I don't know what that is.
Spaniel. Huh. Oh, I guess it must be drastically different.
Yeah,
from a
probably.
Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, probably different color or something. 9 is a German Shepherd. I'm kind of surprised to see that because they're pretty trainable.
Yeah.
But if you
they
don't
are.
train them, they can be. I can see where they could And number 10 on the
They can be violent.
number 10 on the worst behaved dog breeds, the Yorkshire Terrier. The little Yorkies.
Little ankle biters, yeah.
I don't know. I can't believe Chihuahua wasn't on that list. Some of those are dickheads.
A lot of those little dogs, they got short man syndrome, you know.
I think I would have taken the Staffordshire Bull Terrier out, and I'd either done the Chihuahua or what's the other one? God, I can't. But those Pomeranians. Those things are they're crazy too. But
no experience. Well, we went through that list in 3 minutes. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I knew we would. It wasn't a long list, but I know we've been doing it. Trying to do one every day or every week, every day. Shit.
I got you.
We can't even hardly do a show every week with the power going out. Then my computer, twice my computer. I hope my computer ain't going out, dude.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But it's been pretty good today. We
had sketchy internet, but today it seems to be fine. But like lately, any time I try to watch some videos, they seem to spool and do weird stuff.
You know, mine's kind of been doing that too. So
go figure.
Anyway, well, damn, Evan, we gave him an hour.
Yeah, we did.
And
want it back.
Hey, we might be having something happening here coming up. There might be another way you can watch the AlfromDtown&Chili442 show, and hopefully we will join a network. We will still do everything the way we do it and everything, but if it kind of opens us up to a few more listeners, and but don't worry if you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, you're still going to be able to enjoy that. This is just another platform that hopefully we'll get something worked out, and we can offer you that. And there's other shows on this network, so if you like what me and Chili do, there's different shows on there that are similar. I think they more comedy and stuff like that, and me and Evan try to be funny. Sometimes we're not, but
mostly not,
but every once in a while a good one comes out of the air.
Yeah, it happens.
Like a meteor. every once in a while one hits the ground, Evan.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, let's get out of here. Tell these beautiful people goodbye.
All right. Well, everyone have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Sunday. And be good to one another.
That's right. That is right. Be good to one another. You never know what people's going through. So,
Amen.
Try not to be. I know sometimes, look, I'm an asshole. I wake up and I'm just an asshole, but I always try to remember, man, there's people going through a lot worse shit than I am or could ever go through. So just, be good to people. Anyway,
right.
Peace. We love you. We will see you next Sunday for number 89, Evan. This was 88 tonight, so we're getting ready to bust that 100 mark.
Man, that's quite a goal. Maybe we get 100 shows and 100 listeners. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now we get quite a few views, so we're actually over 100 views per week. So I don't know how, but we are. But anyway, guys, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another.
Later.